Are you struggling to pass your theory test first time? Then you're at the right place. Welcome to the Driving Theory Test UK, your trusted source for DVSA-style practice questions, hazard perception training, road signs, and expert tips to help you pass with confidence. We break down tricky topics into simple, easy-to-follow videos so you can learn faster and smarter. Bullseye, whether your test is weeks away or just around the corner, we're here to support you every step of the way. Subscribe now and join thousands of learners who've passed their test with our help.
Question 1. What can be damaged if you turn the steering wheel when the car isn't moving? A. The brakes. B. The engine. C. The gearbox. D. The tires. D. The tires. Question 2. Why is a toucan crossing different from other crossings? A. It's controlled by two flashing lights. B. Cyclists can use it. C. It's controlled by a traffic warden. D. Moped riders can use it. B. Cyclists can use it. Question 3. When should you check the engine oil level? A. When the engine is hot. B. Before a long journey. C. Every time you drive the car. D. Early in the morning. B. Before a long journey. Question 4. You're waiting to emerge from a junction. The windscreen pillar is restricting your view. What should you be particularly aware of? A. Motorcyclists. B. Lorries. C. Buses. D. Coaches. A. Motorcyclists. Question 5. What should you do when you're overtaking a horse and rider? A. Sound your horn as a warning. B. Go past as quickly as possible. C. Flash your headlights as a warning. D. Go past slowly and carefully. D. Go past slowly and carefully. Question 6. You're driving past a line of parked cars. What should you do if a ball bounces out into the road ahead? A. Continue driving at the same speed and flash your headlights. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. C. Stop and wave the children across to fetch their ball. D. Continue driving at the same speed and sound your horn. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. Question 7. You're at the front of a queue of traffic waiting to turn right into a side road. Why is it important to check your right mirror just before turning? A. To check for emerging traffic. B. To check for overtaking vehicles. C. To make sure the side road is clear. D. To look for pedestrians about to cross. B. To check for overtaking vehicles. Question 8. When would you use an emergency refuge area on a smart motorway? A. In cases of emergency or breakdown. B. To make a private phone call. C. To stop and check where you are. D. If you think you'll be involved in a road rage incident. A. In cases of emergency or breakdown. Question 9. When are you not allowed to sound your vehicle's horn? A. Between 11:30 p.m. and 6 o'clock a.m. on any road. B. Between 11:30 p.m. and 7 o'clock a.m. in a built-up area. C. At any time in a built-up area. D. Between 10 o'clock p.m. and 6 o'clock a.m. in a built-up area. B. Between 11:30 p.m. and 7 o'clock a.m. in a built-up area. Question 10. What shape is a stop sign? C. Question 11. What does the white line along the side of the road indicate? A. The approach to a hazard. B. No parking. C. No overtaking. D. The edge of the carriageway. D. The edge of the carriageway. Question 12. You're driving in town. Why should you be careful if there's a bus at a bus stop on the other side of the road? A. Pedestrians might come from behind the bus. B. The bus might have broken down. C. The bus might move off suddenly. D. The bus might remain stationary. A. Pedestrians might come from behind the bus. Question 13. What will happen if you use rear fog lights in good conditions? A. They'll dazzle other drivers. B. They'll make drivers behind keep back. C. They'll make it safer when towing a trailer. D. They'll protect you from larger vehicles. A. They'll dazzle other drivers. Question 14. You want to reverse into a side road. What should you do if you aren't sure that the area behind your car is clear? A. Check the mirrors only. B. Carry on, assuming it's clear. C. Get out and check. D. Look through the rear window only. C. Get out and check. Question 15. What lights should you use when you're driving on a wet motorway and vehicles are throwing up surface spray? A. Hazard warning lights. B. Dipped headlights. C. Side lights. D. Rear fog lights. B. Dipped headlights.
Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video.
Question 16. What should you do when you're following a learner driver who stalls at a junction? A. Immediately steer around them and drive on. B. Start to rev your engine if they take too long to restart. C. Stay very close behind and flash your headlights. D. Be patient, as you expect them to make mistakes. D. Be patient, as you expect them to make mistakes. Question 17. What does this sign mean? A. With flow cycle lane. B. Cycles and buses only. C. No cycles or buses. D. Contraflow cycle lane. A. With flow cycle lane. Question 18. What's most likely to distract you while you're driving? A. Using a mobile phone. B. Using the windscreen wipers. C. Using the demisters. D. Using the mirrors. A. Using a mobile phone. Question 19. On a road where trams operate, which vehicles will be most at risk from the tram rails? A. Cycles. B. Buses. C. Cars. D. Lorries. A. Cycles. Question 20. You're approaching an unmarked crossroads. How should you deal with the junction? A. Slow down and keep to the right. B. Accelerate and keep to the middle. C. Accelerate and look to the left. D. Slow down and look both ways. D. Slow down and look both ways. Question 21. Which color follows the green signal at a puffin crossing? A. Flashing amber. B. Steady red. C. Flashing green. D. Steady amber. D. Steady amber. Question 22. What's the national speed limit for cars and motorcycles on a dual carriageway? A. 70 miles per hour. B. 30 miles per hour. C. 60 miles per hour. D. 50 miles per hour. A. 70 miles per hour. Question 23. You're leaving a safe gap as you follow a large vehicle. What should you do if a car moves into this gap? A. Flash your headlights. B. Start to overtake. C. Drop back further. D. Sound your horn. C. Drop back further. Question 24. What does this sign mean? A. A route for pedestrians only. B. No route for pedestrians and cyclists. C. A route for pedestrians and cyclists. D. A route for cyclists only. C. A route for pedestrians and cyclists. Question 25. What should you do when you see an older person about to cross the road ahead? A. Stop and wave them across the road. B. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. C. Speed up to get past them quickly. D. Expect them to wait for you to pass. B. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. Question 26. Following a collision, a person has been injured. What would be a warning sign for shock? A. Slow pulse. B. Warm, dry skin. C. Rapid, shallow breathing. D. Flushed complexion. C. Rapid, shallow breathing. Question 27. You're on a smart motorway. What does it mean when a mandatory speed limit is displayed above the hard shoulder? A. The hard shoulder can be used as a running lane. B. You shouldn't travel in this lane. C. You can park on the hard shoulder if you feel tired. D. You can pull up in this lane to answer a mobile phone. A. The hard shoulder can be used as a running lane. Question 28. How much more fuel will you use by driving at 70 miles per hour, compared with driving at 50 miles per hour? A. About 15%. B. About 75%. C. About 5%. D. About 100%. A. About 15%. Question 29. What will be a serious distraction while you're driving? A. Looking in your door mirror. B. Switching on your demister. C. Using your windscreen washers. D. Looking at road maps. D. Looking at road maps. Question 30. When are you allowed to stop on a motorway? A. When you need to walk and get fresh air. B. When you wish to pick up hitchhikers. C. When you need to use a mobile telephone. D. When you're signaled to do so by traffic signals. D. When you're signaled to do so by traffic signals.
Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video.
Question 31. How can drinking alcohol affect your ability to drive? A. Your awareness of danger will be improved. B. Your reactions will be faster. C. Your confidence will be reduced. D. Your ability to judge speed will be reduced. D. Your ability to judge speed will be reduced. Question 32. What's the purpose of triangular-shaped signs? A. To give warnings. B. To give information. C. To give orders. D. To give directions. A. To give warnings. Question 33. Which lights should you switch on when daytime visibility is poor but not seriously reduced? A. Front fog lights. B. Rear fog lights. C. Dipped headlights. D. Headlights and fog lights. C. Dipped headlights. Question 34. What does this sign mean? A. You can park on the days and times shown. B. No parking on the days and times shown. C. End of the urban clearway restrictions. D. No parking at all from Monday to Friday. B. No parking on the days and times shown. Question 35. When may front fog lights be used? A. When they aren't as bright as the headlights. B. When visibility is seriously reduced. C. When they're fitted above the bumper. D. When an audible warning device is used. B. When visibility is seriously reduced. Question 36. Why should you be cautious when going past this bus waiting at a bus stop? A. There are driveways on the left. B. There's a zebra crossing ahead. C. People may cross the road in front of it. D. The road surface will be slippery. C. People may cross the road in front of it. Question 37. What do the long white lines along the center of the road mean? A. Lane marking. B. Give way. C. Bus lane. D. Hazard warning. D. Hazard warning. Question 38. There are no speed limit signs on the road. How is a 30 miles per hour limit generally indicated? A. By street lighting. B. By hazard warning lines. C. By pedestrian islands. D. By double or single yellow lines. A. By street lighting. Question 39. What does this sign mean? A. Contraflow bus lane. B. Bus station on the right. C. Withflow bus lane. D. Give way to buses. A. Contraflow bus lane. Question 40. What does this sign mean? A. End of narrow bridge. B. End of dual carriageway. C. Tall bridge. D. Road narrows. B. End of dual carriageway. Question 41. What should you do if you're towing a trailer and it starts to swing from side to side? A. Accelerate until it stabilizes. B. Brake hard and hold the pedal down. C. Let go of the steering wheel and let it correct itself. D. Ease off the accelerator to reduce your speed. D. Ease off the accelerator to reduce your speed. Question 42. What does this sign mean? A. Cycle route ahead. B. Cycle parking only. C. No cycling. D. End of cycle route. A. Cycle route ahead. Question 43. You're on a motorway. What must you do if there's a red cross showing above every lane? A. Pull onto the hard shoulder. B. Stop and wait. C. Leave at the next exit. D. Slow down and watch for further signals. B. Stop and wait. Question 44. What should you do when you park a car facing downhill? A. Park close to the bumper of another car. B. Turn the steering wheel away from the curb. C. Park with two wheels on the curb. D. Turn the steering wheel towards the curb. D. Turn the steering wheel towards the curb. Question 45. You arrive at the scene of a motorcycle crash. The rider is injured. When should their helmet be removed? A. Only when it's essential. B. Only when the motorcyclist asks. C. Always straight away. D. Always, unless they're in shock. A. Only when it's essential.
Hi there. I hope this video helps you prepare for your UK driving theory test. If you find it useful, please consider subscribing to our channel and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update. Also, drop your score in the comments, we'd love to hear how you're doing. Now, let's jump back into the video.
Question 46. What should you do if you can't see clearly behind when you're reversing? A. Open the window to look behind. B. Look in the near side mirror. C. Ask someone to guide you. D. Open the door to look behind. C. Ask someone to guide you. Question 47. How should you overtake horse riders? A. Drive slowly and leave plenty of room. B. Speed isn't important but allow plenty of room. C. Use your horn just once to warn them. D. Drive up close and overtake as soon as possible. A. Drive slowly and leave plenty of room. Question 48. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? A. They're triangular with a blue border. B. They're circular with a red border. C. They're square with a brown border. D. They're rectangular with a yellow border. B. They're circular with a red border. Question 49. What should you do when you meet an oncoming vehicle on a single-track road? A. Reverse back to the main road. B. Switch on your hazard warning lights. C. Carry out an emergency stop. D. Stop at a passing place. D. Stop at a passing place. Question 50. An injured person has been placed in the recovery position. They're unconscious but breathing normally. What else should be done? A. Place their arms by their side. B. Check their airway remains open. C. Give them a hot sweet drink. D. Press firmly between their shoulders. B. Check their airway remains open.